Hello everyone, this is Angel Esquivel here. Welcome back to another movie review, and today we're going to be reviewing Over Your Dead Body, directed by Jorma Taccone and starring Samara Weaving and Jason Segel. So without further ado, let's get to the review. The movie is about a couple that rents out a cabin for the weekend on vacation. Throughout the entire like in the beginning of the movie, they obviously show that they have like a struggling relationship. They both kind of like argue. They both disagree with each other, and they just go back and forth with the arguments. And also, we get into like the backstory of the husband, played by Jason Segel, who plays a character named Dan. He obviously he plans with his friend to actually go kill his wife because I guess he reveals that he's tired of being felt weak and not like a man and stuff like that. But plot twist reveals that she obviously knocks him out with a taser, and also we get her side of the story, which the wife character named Lisa, who is played by Samara Weaving. She already knew that Dan was already going to kill him, but she had her own plans in even killing him too. So he finds out that she found out, and now they're just going back and forth, like showing off like who's going to believe which one, the man or the woman, like whoever kills each other. They both go back and forth, just fighting each other. It was really funny. And then when the friend shows up, obviously, he tries to kill her, but it turns out that he also felt like he was being betrayed by his friend too, so he tries to kill both of them. Then Dan accidentally kills his friend on accident. It's funny, they argue again. Throughout the entire half of the beginning of the movie, we get that a lot, where they're blaming each other for killing their friend, and also as soon as they shoot off the roof on accident, it turns out we also get a few new characters in the house. So it turns out they were actually escaped convicts and prisoners, and a prison guard woman who also ends up following them. And they both fall down in the roof, knocking both Dan and Lisa out. Then we get the prisoner and the prison guard's backstory. It turns out that the prison guard, the lady, helps the two prisoners escape. They actually went to the cabin before these two arrived, days before, and as they found out that they're gonna show up, they hide up in the attic most of the days, and that's when we cut to the main story where they already kept those two hostages, and it's funny because now the story went from Lisa and Dan trying to kill each other to now them helping each other to fight off the criminals that just escaped from prison, which I think is interesting how it actually helps the relationship even better now that they're actually fighting for their own lives, now that they have a common enemy. And what's crazy is that I think towards once it hits morning, that one of them tries to escape. One of them almost kills Dan. But then Dan's dad, also we get in the beginning part of the movie, revealing that, he was from the war, he's old. He shows up with a cool car. And I'm like, where does this guy come from? Then we get his story, that how he found out that, the cabin that he owns, because he owns the cabin that his son's renting. He finds out, there's something going on there. So he goes up, he escapes the hospital, the old type hospital where old people live. He ends up knocking out one of the nurses, and it says, "Give me your keys." He takes him and then takes his car. And so yeah, and then we cut to the main story again. Towards the climax, they go on the boat. Only one prisoner was left. Now just Dan and the prisoner are fighting. Lisa was also in the boat, also helping out. They both end up helping each other kill off the prisoners, which is interesting because this movie went from them just fighting each other, how they just hated each other. And then when they finally when people these bad people came along and started keeping them hostage, it's like now they have a reason to actually start caring for each other and helping. So yeah, this movie was really funny and fun at times. It's crazy because before seeing this movie, if you saw my last review, I actually saw Mother Mary. This was like the second movie during Saturday I saw, which was a big mistake that I did. Like, I remember watching Michael Jackson first, and then after Mother Mary, I was like, dude, I should have just watched Michael Jackson last. But luckily, Over Your Dead Body, that movie saved my night. Well, except for the whole, when it was midnight and then it was raining and then I had to ride my ass back home. I had a bike, so it was raining, but I digress. Yeah, this movie literally saved my showing. Like, honestly, I was fucking dying of boredom when watching Mother Mary. This movie, I think within the first 30 minutes or so, I mean, it's like, okay, it's all right, you know? It's a little interesting, but then, like, after that, that's where it gets interesting, funny, and like, holy shit. The kills are so funny. I think I remember there's one part where the old guy, the Dan's dad, grabs a shotgun and blows one of the prisoners' heads off. That was fucking crazy. That guy who, the prisoner, he's like a bald guy with a big beard. There was one scene where he was wrestling Dan, and he almost tries to, you know, I don't think I should say the word, but the R word. You know, he tries to do that to him, and then as they hold him down, you know, he's like, it's like, hey, what's taking you so long? The other prisoners are telling the other guy, it's like, oh man, I'm not feeling it. I was like, holy shit, that was like, dude, that was fucking crazy. The prisoner woman, she's also crazy too. Like, I remember there's one scene where she gets like her foot like shot by the shotgun, and as she goes in to like relax to sit down, just like after healing it or like treating it, Dan shows up already there at the house and then stomps her leg, almost breaking it. I was like, dude, that's funny. The performance from both Samara and Jason, they're both good. I like how their chemistry worked when they were both like arguing and then they start like working together. The director, Jorma Taccone, like, honestly, when I used the Google Translator, it said Taccone, which I think it sounded a little weird. He's made movies like Popstar, which I've seen. It was a really funny movie too. Other movies he's not really direct, but he produced in happens to be Land of the Lost, which is another childhood movie of mine, which I really love, starring Will Ferrell. Yeah, this movie is really fun. I do, and you'll get like a really big chuckle out of this. It's funny because everyone in the theater was even laughing whenever like they were fighting or killing each other. That was like funny. And yeah, that's it. So highly recommend this movie. You know, this movie would definitely this movie, you would definitely love it. I highly recommend this over than Mother Mary. Mother Mary's fucking piece of shit. I know it's not I know it's for, I already made this in my last video, but I'll still say it. That movie was garbage. Over Your Dead Body, go see it. Go watch it. Please. So, for my verdict for this movie, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. You know, it's actually like it's like a really good, like, buddy, you know, killer action type movie. It's really good. So in conclusion, with the person that you're living with, if you think that person is your enemy, think again. Because you both may have a common enemy. And he or she appear anywhere and anytime. Well, that's going to be today's movie review. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon up there. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page called Thunderstruck1810. This is Angel Esquivel here, and as always...
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!